Learn English naturally. Simple, clear, confident.
Joseph, yesterday someone asked me about my weekend and I said something so embarrassing.
Oh no, what happened?
I tried to say I went to the beach, but I said I went to the bench.
A bench? Like a park bench?
Yes, the person looked so confused. They said, "You spent your whole weekend sitting on a bench?"
That's hilarious. So you sat on a bench instead of going to the beach?
Exactly. I was so embarrassed. Beach and bench sound so similar.
Don't worry, we all make mistakes like this. And actually, this is why today's lesson is so important.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Miss English Channel.
Hi friends, great to have you here.
I'm Josephine.
And I'm Joseph.
Today, we're going to learn how to talk about your weekend in English.
This is such a common conversation. Everyone asks, how was your weekend?
By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to say.
Before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Miss English Channel. Ready to learn? Let's start.
So, the most common question in English on Monday morning is, how was your weekend?
Yes, everyone asks this question.
Let's practice saying it. Listen first. How was your weekend?
Now you try. Say it with us. How was your weekend?
Perfect. There are other ways to ask too.
You can say, did you have a good weekend?
Or just, how was your weekend going?
But the most common is, how was your weekend?
Now, how do you answer? It's easy.
You can say, it was good, thanks.
Or, it was great.
Or, it was okay.
Let me tell you about my real weekend. Last weekend, I went to the beach.
Oh, the beach, not the bench this time?
Ha, no, the beach. I swam in the ocean and read a book.
That sounds relaxing, so you could say, my weekend was relaxing.
Exactly. Here are some good adjectives to describe your weekend.
Joseph, relaxing. Calm and peaceful.
Josephine, busy. Lots of activities.
Joseph, fun, enjoyable, and exciting.
Josephine, boring, not interesting.
Joseph, tiring, made you feel tired.
Let's practice. Say this sentence. My weekend was relaxing.
Joseph, my weekend was relaxing. Great job.
Now try, I had a busy weekend.
Joseph, I had a busy weekend. Excellent.
So when someone asks you on Monday morning, you can say, it was good. I had a relaxing weekend.
Joseph, perfect, short and simple.
Now let's learn how to talk about what you did on the weekend.
Joseph, this is important. You need to use the past tense.
Don't worry, we'll keep it simple. Let's start with common weekend activities.
Joseph, first, staying at home. You can say, I stayed home and watched movies.
Or, I relaxed at home.
Joseph, let me share my weekend. I stayed home on Saturday. I watched TV and cooked dinner.
Nice. So you could say, I stayed home on Saturday.
Exactly. Now let's talk about going out.
You can say, I went out with friends.
Joseph, or I went to a restaurant.
Or, I went shopping.
Joseph, notice we used went. This is the past tense of go.
Listen to these examples. I went to the park.
Joseph, I went to the gym.
Josephine, I went to the movies.
Joseph, let's practice. Say this. I went to the park.
Josephine, I went to the park. Good.
Joseph, now try I went shopping with friends.
Josephine, I went shopping with friends. Excellent. What about indoor activities?
Joseph, great question. You can say I watched Netflix all weekend.
Josephine, or I played video games.
Joseph, or I read a book.
Josephine, or I cleaned my apartment. Let me tell you a mini story. Last Sunday, I woke up late. I made breakfast. Then I read a book for 2 hours.
That sounds peaceful, so you could say, on Sunday I woke up late and read a book.
Exactly. You can connect activities with and.
Joseph, I went to the gym and met a friend for coffee.
Josephine, I watched a movie and cooked pasta.
See? Easy.
Let's practice a longer sentence. Say this. On Saturday, I went to the park and played football.
Joseph, on Saturday I went to the park and played football. Great work. Joseph, let me tell you about my actual weekend.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Joseph, on Saturday morning, I woke up at 9 a.m. That's late for me.
Nice. What did you do next?
Joseph, I made coffee and ate toast for breakfast.
Simple breakfast.
Joseph, yes. Then I went to the gym. I exercised for 1 hour.
Good job. What about the afternoon?
Joseph, in the afternoon, I met my friend Tom. We went to a cafe and talked for 2 hours.
That sounds nice. And Saturday evening?
Joseph, I went home and watched a movie on Netflix. Then I went to bed early.
What about Sunday?
Joseph, Sunday was more relaxing. I stayed home all day. I cleaned my apartment and prepared food for the week.
That's a great weekend. Very balanced.
Joseph, thanks. Now, listeners, did you notice the words I used?
Josephine, he said, I woke up, I made, I went, I exercised, I met, I talked, I watched, I cleaned.
Joseph, all past tense. These are the verbs you need to talk about your weekend.
Josephine, let's practice some key sentences from Joseph's story.
Joseph, say this. I woke up at 9 a.m.
Josephine, I woke up at 9 a.m. Perfect.
Joseph, now try. I met my friend and we talked.
Josephine, I met my friend and we talked. Excellent. Now let's make your answers more interesting. You can add details.
Joseph, details make your conversation better. People want to know more.
Josephine, instead of just, I went to a restaurant, you can say, I went to a new Italian restaurant. The pasta was delicious.
Joseph, see, much more interesting.
Josephine, or instead of, I watched a movie, say, I watched an action movie. It was really exciting.
Joseph, you can add where, when, who, and how.
Josephine, where? I went to the beach in Santa Monica.
Joseph, when, on Saturday afternoon, I played tennis.
Josephine, who? I went shopping with my sister.
Joseph, how? I had a really fun time at the party.
Josephine, let me give you a mini story with details.
Joseph, go ahead.
Josephine, last Saturday, I went hiking with my friend Maria. We hiked for 3 hours in the mountains. The weather was perfect. After hiking, we had lunch at a small cafe. I was so tired, but it was a great day.
Joseph, wow, that's a great answer. You added so many details.
Josephine, details make the conversation interesting.
Joseph, now let's practice adding details. Say this sentence. On Sunday, I visited my parents and we had a big family dinner.
Josephine, on Sunday, I visited my parents and we had a big family dinner. Wonderful.
One more. Say, I went to the movies with friends and watched a funny comedy.
Josephine, I went to the movies with friends and watched a funny comedy. Great job.
Joseph, you're doing so well.
Now we're going to do something special. Listen carefully to this conversation.
Just listen the first time. Don't worry about every word.
Ready? Here's the conversation.
Hi, Sarah. How was your weekend?
It was great. I went to the beach on Saturday. The weather was beautiful. I swam in the ocean and relaxed on the sand. On Sunday, I stayed home and watched movies with my roommate. How about you?
Sounds nice. My weekend was busy. I cleaned my apartment on Saturday morning. Then I went to my friend's birthday party in the evening. We had dinner at a Japanese restaurant. On Sunday, I just relaxed and read a book.
Okay, now let's discuss. What did Sarah do on Saturday?
She went to the beach.
That's right. And what did she do there?
She swam in the ocean and relaxed on the sand.
Perfect. What did she do on Sunday?
She stayed home and watched movies with her roommate.
Excellent. Now, what about the other person? What did he do on Saturday?
He cleaned his apartment and went to a birthday party.
Good. Where did they have dinner?
At a Japanese restaurant.
Great memory. And Sunday?
He relaxed and read a book.
Perfect. Now let's listen one more time. This time, notice the past tense verbs.
Hi, Sarah. How was your weekend?
It was great. I went to the beach on Saturday. The weather was beautiful. I swam in the ocean and relaxed on the sand. On Sunday, I stayed home and watched movies with my roommate. How about you?
Sounds nice. My weekend was busy. I cleaned my apartment on Saturday morning. Then I went to my friend's birthday party in the evening. We had dinner at a Japanese restaurant. On Sunday, I just relaxed and read a book.
Did you hear all those past tense verbs?
Went, swam, relaxed, stayed, watched, cleaned, had, read.
These are the verbs you need to talk about your weekend.
Now it's your turn to practice. We'll say some sentences and you repeat them.
Don't be shy. Speaking is the best way to learn.
Ready? First sentence. I had a great weekend.
Your turn. I had a great weekend.
Excellent. Next one. On Saturday, I went to the park.
Say it with us. On Saturday, I went to the park.
Great job. Here's a longer one. I met my friends and we had lunch together.
You can do it. I met my friends and we had lunch together.
Wonderful. Last one. My weekend was relaxing. I stayed home and watched movies.
Try this. My weekend was relaxing. I stayed home and watched movies.
Amazing work. You're speaking so well.
Don't worry if it feels difficult. You're improving your English.
Every time you practice, you get better.
Okay, let's review what we learned today.
First, the common question. How was your weekend?
You can answer, it was good, or it was great, or it was relaxing.
Then you talk about your activities. Use past tense.
Common verbs went, stayed, watched, played, met, visited, cooked, cleaned.
You can add details to make it more interesting.
Say where you went, who you were with, and how you felt.
Let's practice one complete answer together.
Say this with us. My weekend was great. On Saturday, I went to the beach with friends. We swam and had a picnic. On Sunday, I stayed home and relaxed.
My weekend was great. On Saturday, I went to the beach with friends. We swam and had a picnic. On Sunday, I stayed home and relaxed.
Perfect. That's exactly how you talk about your weekend.
Remember, keep your answers simple and clear.
You don't need fancy words. Just describe what you did.
Practice this week. Think about your weekend in English.
Now, we have a question for you.
Tell us about your weekend.
In the comments, answer this question. What did you do last weekend?
Try to use the vocabulary we learned today.
For example, you can write, I went shopping and watched a movie.
Or, I stayed home and cooked dinner with my family.
We read all your comments. We want to hear about your weekend.
This is great practice for you. Write in English.
Don't worry about mistakes. Just try.
We're so excited to read your answers.
Thank you so much for listening to Miss English Channel today.
We hope this lesson helped you.
Now you can talk about your weekend in English.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe.
Tell your friends about Miss English Channel.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Keep practicing, keep learning.
You're doing an amazing job.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.